Men, don't tune out. I know we're talking about baskets. They're very manly, not because they're baskets, of course. That's not manly, but they make us a lot of money. We all need to be on the lookout for Longaberger baskets. They're tremendous sellers. The Longaberger Company started in Dresden, Ohio, Middle America, I think in the late 70s. And their founder died in 1999, and it was taken over by his two daughters, and they didn't do well at running it. It's out of business now, sadly, although there are rumors all the time about people going to buy it again. But this is good for us right now because they're not making any more. Longabergers were sold in a lot of times in home parties, like multi-level type of situations. You know, a lady would have a party, a Longaberger party. These are high quality baskets, well made, tons of them made. I'm really shocked. The more I learn about Longaberger, the more shocked I am that the market's not terribly basement level prices. It's not. They would make a wide range of baskets for a very short time and then retool and change the design. These are all hand woven baskets. They were always changing, always putting out new items, new designs, new shapes, new handles, new lids, new everything. Really, the market was, you could say it was flooded with Longaberger baskets, but not any specific one. Some can go for a lot of money. $200 or $300 for a basket. It's hard to know. The very largest baskets, in good condition of course, go for a lot of money, and the very, very tiny ones can go for a lot of money. So do your comps. Very unique. Anytime you're in a thrift store, I've walked by I don't know how many baskets not knowing this stuff, and I won't walk by a basket again. I will always, well, first of all, I probably will recognize it's Longaberger just because I've messed with them so long now. A lady asked me to sell all of her Longabergers. She held the home parties, did all of that in the 90s. She's got tons of them. She's given me to consignment sell for her. Brand new ones, some not so new, the whole gamut, large and small. I learned a lot. You will learn to spot them, although they're always marked. On the bottom, I don't know if you can see this or not. If that doesn't show up well, I will redo it. But on the bottom has the Longaberger brand and also the person who weaved the basket. Every Longaberger basket is hand woven. Whoever does that will sign his or her initials. They're just high quality baskets. When you're out and out, notice there's a lot of baskets here. There's even, isn't this weird, some pottery items and stuff? We'll talk about that. Longaberger doesn't just do baskets, but they're primarily known for baskets. Until they closed, this literally was the headquarters of Longaberger Basket. A big basket in Dresden, Ohio, a basket with handles. You can still visit this. Again, rumors that it's going to be bought again, no one knows, but I think they even give tours if you're ever around Dresden, Ohio. I'd like to see this myself. Longaberger would do baskets, Christmas baskets, all sorts of baskets. Now, when you're sourcing them, it's sort of hard to do comps in one way, but if you know this, it makes it easy. This is what I would consider, and I realize this isn't the best way to demonstrate this little webcam, but I consider this to be a very traditional Longaberger basket. Two handles, one handle is also traditional. This is what I would consider to be one of the better finds. It's not necessarily the highest value basket, not giant, not tiny, it's medium sized, but it comes with everything. It's got movable handles, a movable handles, pair of handles or two are always better than one that's fixed like you see in the upper right hand corner of this picture. It has a wooden lid, okay, so you've got the wooden hand woven basket, and then you have a wooden lid, and it's got a nice wooden colored knob, so that's nice. Anything that's a little bit extra and different is good as resellers when you find a basket. But you're going to find baskets without the handle. They still sell. Inside many Longaberger baskets are these plastic protective liners. Now this one is a divider. I don't know if you can see that, but this one is a tri-divider, 3-compartment divider, and they always come out. You should always bring them out, inspect them before you sell, make sure there are no cracks. They're all removable, but most of the dividers are just plain. They just follow the floor of the basket, okay, just to protect the basket liner or the basket itself. Now, many baskets come with a cloth liner, a linen liner. I don't know what it's made out of, but some sort of a liner. Now, this is a red and green and yellow striped liner that I call Christmas colors. This is a common liner for Longaberger baskets. You'll run across these. Anytime I sell these, I'll say Christmas colors or something like that in the title, just trying to get the Christmas crowd as well. But it's not technically a Christmas Longaberger basket like, say, like this one would, these would be. And that's definitely a Christmas basket. It even has a little badge. Here's one extra thing you'll see on Longaberger baskets. See the little gold plaque badge that IDs the basket. Many of them don't have that, like this doesn't have that. But this says, if you can see up close, hard to see, but Christmas collection, and obviously the Christmas colors and the holly on this basket. Actually, I have this very basket right here that I'm selling. And anything different, notice it has sextagonal, six-sided sextagonal lid, and so you want to point that out, and that's better than not having that, better than having a square or a round or a rectangular basket. Not tremendously better, but a little bit better when it comes to pricing. You will find the basket I'm holding without the lid, without the plastic protector, and without the cloth liner. And it'll just be, oh, and also some of them come with this extra cloth liner that can go around one or both handles with Velcro. But you'll find just bare baskets, just a virgin basket that's not decorated with anything, and they'll sell just fine. You will also see a lot of these little emblems tied to the side. These are called tie-ons. Tie-ons, Longaberger tie-ons. You want to say that in the title, tie-on. And a lot of times you'll get a brand new basket or one that's not fully opened or still wrapped. The tie-on will be inside in bubble wrap from the factory. The cloth liner will be enclosed in a Longaberger resealable baggie. And the wooden lids are often wrapped in cellophane from the factory. And you'll find various conditions. You might find a tie-on inside that's still sealed, but everything else is open and unwrapped. So you'll find all sorts of different versions of these. Also, there's often not one model. So this will sell just fine without the plastic liner, but with the tie-on. And you might find another one of these without the tie-on, but with the plastic liner. They come in all sorts of permutations and combinations. So you rarely will find, here's a sourcing tip, you rarely will be able to comp your exact basket. Well, 35% of the time you can, but not always. If it comes with the original box, even better, it adds value. They will also have paperwork, little booklets that come with them, like this. Some are just standard and they came with a lot of baskets, and some of them are basket specific. Be sure and include the paperwork, booklet, or whatever. And that's generally what you'll find. Now, your prices run the gamut from $7.50 for a very, small to medium-sized basket without any extras, without the liner, without the plastic, without the tie-on the side, without the badge, without a special shape, without movable handles. Some baskets come without any handles, $7 to $12, all the way up, in the hundreds. So they're really worth sourcing. What I'm finding is if you price them fairly, they sell very, very fast. I usually will overprice something for a while and lower the price slightly because once in a while they sell, but I'm doing less of that because I want inventory to come and go. I want to turn and churn the money. I'm finding with Longaberger, it's easy to do that. People are waiting in the wings to buy these once the price is a reasonable price. I'm not getting extremely lowball offers. I'm getting reasonable offers. Anytime I price it reasonably within the sold comps, on the high end of the comps, but I will price within the recent range of sold comps, it'll almost always sell right away. And that's nice to find a product out in the wild, and you'll see these a lot of places when you start looking. It's nice that you can turn and churn items such as this, and it's because their quality is good. Everyone knows their brand. Everyone knows this is the basket brand. Everyone except us men. I didn't know it. They're really worth keeping an eye out for. So again, Christmas, they have, they made a basket for the 2005 inaugural event, presidential inaugural event. They make baskets for Easter and Christmas and all of that. Longaberger would, in their basket line, do some things out of the ordinary just to surprise people and still fall within their kind of traditional sales channel. They would put out these Easter baskets, for example, and they would have eggs with them, colored eggs, or bunnies inside. Fun things like that. People really loved that. Speaking of Easter baskets, let's have a word from our sponsor, shall we?
Hippity hop, I just came by the candy shop. At Tisket, I found this cute basket, and I'm hoping I like it a lot, Peter Rabbit.
So there's that. Longaberger has often teamed up with other companies. They did a Boyd's Bear line for a while. Boyd's Bear are little bear resin figurines. Don't get a lot of them to resell. They generally don't bring a lot of money. There are exceptions, check comps, but in general, Boyd's Bears, you have to bundle a bunch together, even in perfect mint condition. And they're really cute, very highly detailed figurines with bears doing different things, often in a Victorian setting. But Boyd's Bears, shockingly, just don't sell well in general. But Longaberger teamed up with Boyd's Bears to do one or two baskets at one point, and then there would be a bear included. Longaberger teamed up with Skybound. Skybound is famous for selling decorative hot air balloons, and this was a collectible numbered item. I don't remember how I can see. I've actually got one right here I'm selling. You see, I don't have the number, but there were about 2,000 of these made, and they're all numbered, so the lower the number, the better. It's a hot air balloon attached to the Longaberger headquarters that I showed you earlier. So they teamed up with Skybound to do that. Longaberger doesn't just sell baskets. There's also a large pottery line that they've done over the years. Very, very, nothing extremely fancy. Okay, not lots of lines and designs, just very Americana type of pottery. And so anytime you can get your hands on those, as with the baskets, the pottery seems to sell. Price it right and it'll sell. Now, if you can get the pottery inside the original box, that really helps you as a shipper. It not only brings more money because you have the box, but I don't know if you can see this, but inside the box, their pottery is fairly stable, fairly almost ready to ship. I don't think it's quite ready to ship. Sometimes you want to put a piece of thick bubble wrap over it or do something to kind of secure it from moving around. But in general, their pottery in their boxes are close to being shippable. Secure the inside of the box with a bubble wrap if you need to, and then I wrap the bubble wrap around the box and then put that inside another box because collectors are going to want the original Longaberger pottery boxes. I've actually got this pie plate for sale right now. This is a patriotic Americana pie plate, 10.5 inches, I believe. They made a lot of pie plates. You'll find these, cups and saucers and all of that. Longaberger got into the handbag line, which actually whenever the daughters took over, they started a purse line, a handbag, and they would try to stick with the same theme of having these woven looking bags like this. I mean, nice, and they were all hand woven and high quality bags. Everything Longaberger makes high quality, made in America, very high quality, very respectable company. It's one of those companies that truly was just from the ground up. They cared about their employees. Their employees loved working there. Everyone loved the product. Then daughters took over and started selling purses and things. And of course, the purse like this would be one of their items because it's a woven bag-like wooden woven purse. But that was kind of the start of the downfall. A lot of Longaberger collectors just kind of stopped being interested at that point when the father passed away. And it kind of lost the personality. They didn't keep the personality of the business. Longaberger has made a lot of wrought iron items. And if I saw this in a store, wouldn't you? See this in a thrift store, you'd walk right by it. But if you didn't pick it up and see Longaberger on the bottom, you wouldn't know that this thing will sell for a lot of money. It's a piece of junk. And I don't know, I don't know what that's to hold, cups or I don't know, I don't care. I just know Longaberger wrought iron can bring you lots of money in, especially if it can combine two things, the Longaberger Wrought Iron and baskets. The baskets may or may not be included, but keep your eye open for wrought iron. On the back it'll say Longaberger. That could be used to hold baskets because that was designed to hold baskets. Not all of their wrought iron is designed to hold baskets, but a lot of them were for hanging on the wall and things. And anytime you can combine the basket and the wrought iron, then all those collectors out there with baskets, they're looking for wrought iron products to hang their baskets on. So that can be big money. That's really all you need to know about Longaberger. Be on the lookout. That's why it's a BOLO. Be on the lookout. Be sure and be on the lookout for Longaberger. It will always sell well, always bring a fair, reasonable price. In general, they're pretty easy to wrap because the baskets are not, they're lightweight. It's not like they're extremely fragile, no glassware. Their pottery, if they come in the original box, is easier to wrap. But even if it's not, it's worth sourcing. It'll sell pie plates and things like that. And I've told you really all that you need to know to make money off Longaberger.